Hey everyone, my name's Melissa Strange and welcome to another episode for the Love of Drag. Today we're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9, episode number 12. Category is Final Four. And a lot happened this episode. Like, so much so many things happened that it probably should have been more than a 40-minute episode. It should have been like an hour and a half because everything was just happening and I felt like it was kind of hard to figure out what the outcome of the episode was going to be, which ends up making sense in the end. But let's start where this episode began. And this episode started off with the post-Shea win and Alexis elim, and Sasha Velour thought she was going to win because at least she was serving a rainbow look, unlike Shea Coulee. But whatever, Shea still slayed last week's episode. I don't think that they're surprised to see Alexis go, but definitely the New York Queens are feeling sad to see their sister leave. And so it's top four and we ain't playing no more. Michelle Visage comes into the workroom to announce this week's crazy challenge, which is basically what happened in All Stars 2 for the final episode for the Final Four. They are going to be doing choreography with Todrick Hall, as well as writing their own verse and recording their own vocals to a RuPaul remix to Category Is, and they are also going to appear on What's the Tea. And is that it? Oh, and they obviously have to do the runway. I think I just said everything that they had to do. Anyways, it's a jam-packed episode. So basically, the entire episode was extremely fast-paced because right after Michelle announces what's going to happen, the queens quickly start writing lyrics and then go straight into recording, straight into What's the Tea, straight into everything that's got to be done. And we get about a minute of each queen doing each thing. Right off the bat, you can tell that Shea Coulee is going to be really strong in the song. She's rapping, she seems to have a pretty good rhythm and flow, and so I'm not concerned about her. Peppermint can sing, and she constantly does songs. Like, she has an album out on iTunes, like she said. She also is constantly dropping music videos and songs on her YouTube channel, so you know Peppermint's going to slay this. Then you have Sasha Velour, where the recording, I thought her lyrics were going to be good, but I had a feeling that her recording wasn't going to be great. They did drop that song called Clat, which is all the New York queens that were on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9, released a song called Clat, and I actually like her verse in it. I think it's smart and it works, it's good. So I was kind of concerned, but at the same time I was like, no, I think she's going to be able to do this, because even though Clat would have been done after this, I've still heard something that she's done and I think it's good. Trinity I was a little bit worried about because she said she can't sing. She also doesn't really seem like she's going to be a rapper type, and so she was really the only one in the vocal area that I was a little concerned for. And on What's the Tea, there's not a lot to comment on. These queens answered the questions that they were asked. They seemed fine in an interview setting. You got to learn a little bit more about each of them. We got like less than a minute of each one of those, so it's just like so hard to make up an opinion or have anything to say really at all when they didn't really give us much to work with, if that makes sense. I will say, giving them all squatty potties made me laugh. The first time Michelle pulled it out, I just immediately knew what it was and started laughing, because on What's the Tea, they're constantly promoting squatty potties and Squarespace and Casper mattresses and what's the American one? Is it Purple Carrot? Blue Apron? Blue Apron. Is it Blue Apron? But I thought it was funny that they threw the squatty potty in because most of their What's the Tea moments were very personal and emotional, sad. I guess the What's the Tea part replaces Ru's Tic Tac lunch that she used to do, because they still talk about something personal. It's just as a podcast format. But like I said last season, then we never even get to hear this podcast anyways, so we get like 30 seconds of whatever the heck just happened. I love Todrick's choreography. I have watched his Straight Out of Oz tour show thing on the internet way too many times, like a disgusting amount of times, and every time he has re-released something or changed something, I am all over it. I love Todrick's choreography. He's an incredible human being, but I had a feeling it was going to be kind of tough for some of these queens to do the choreo. Mostly I was concerned for Sasha Velour, but it turns out Trinity Taylor maybe was struggling a little bit more than Sasha Velour during the choreo. Peppermint and Shea, they were slaying it. They knew what they were doing. These queens can tell that Shea Coulee can dance, because as Shea Coulee slayed, the queens were arrayed. Then we take it to the runway. Category is RuPaul's like season 9 promo look. She looked amazing. Probably one of the best looks she's done this season, but we've seen it. Literally, we've seen it, right? I'm not crazy. That was totally the promo look. It's fine. RuPaul can rewear that promo look every day of my life. She looked great. I just was shocked to see that she was repeating something that she was wearing. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments down below about that. It's just family tonight, but I thought it was weird that Todrick didn't join family, meaning Michelle Visage, Carson Kressley, and Ross Matthews joined RuPaul to judge tonight's episode. But why wasn't Todrick there? Todrick literally worked firsthand with them on the recording of the song and the choreo. He should know the best. Why was he not on the judges panel? He's literally has been a judge of a season, and he should be considered family and should have been on that judges panel. Just saying. And then category is they worked it out. Oh my goodness. They did a lot better than I thought was gonna happen. I'll say that to start. Second, until I actually download the song on iTunes and actually listen to each word and really focus on what's going on in that song, who gets the Roxy Andrews verse this time? Would it be Trinity? What do you guys think? I think, or is it Peppermint? Whose verse wasn't the greatest? I don't even remember right now. I mean, I wasn't like super impressed by it, but I wasn't disappointed with it. Personally, I think that Read You Wrote You was better, but this was still really good. And I also would say that I prefer this format for the Final Four than what they used to do with the music video, you know, and then the music video is released minus the one queen who didn't make it to the top 3 like they used to do. I actually prefer it this way because it's a really action-packed, like, think about how quickly these queens would have had to write the song, record the song, do the podcast, get an outfit together, or two looks together for the runway and for the performance, memorize all the words, memorize their choreo, prepare what they're gonna say when Ru inevitably asks them why they should win. That must be crazy, and it's probably done in like, at most, like 48 hours over 2 days. At most. I can't see it being more than that based on how quickly they just tried to show us all of what happened. It's got to be done over maybe 3 days, but I think it was only done over 2 days. Category is Ticket to the Runway. And let's talk about that runway, because at first I was like, look at Peppermint. She is a royal, red and royal queen. She looks great. That's definitely a great Final Four runway look. And then when Sasha Velour came out and she was talking and she said, this is my pretty and pink look, and it looked so red to me, I remembered that the lighting on the runway is god-awful this season, and sometimes things that look red are actually pink, and sometimes things that look blue are actually green, and it's like, I honestly have no idea at this exact moment what color dress Sasha Velour was wearing, so it's almost impossible for me to comment on the look because I felt colorblind. As soon as she said, this is my pretty and pink look, but the damn outfit looked like, do I have anything red here? It looked like deep red. Oh, let's have a shot. I don't know. It looked like red. It looked red. It did not look pink at all. So the lighting on RuPaul's Drag Race, please, for season 10, be different. Be different lighting. I thought Shea Coulee's Beyonce was Beyonce. It looked amazing. And lastly, we had Trinity, and Trinity looked beautiful. I think Trinity's gown was to die for. I didn't love her hair, but I got the whole overall look. It looked amazing. And yeah, that was a finale look, not even a Final Four look. That was straight up winner of RuPaul's Drag Race type of a look. Then the critiques happen, and everyone is basically on level playing field. And the entire episode, you would be like, oh, this person might struggle, but then they knocked it out of the park. Oh, you think this person's gonna struggle? They really impress you. So, like, this entire episode, I was like, who is going home? Then I'd be like, I think maybe before the episode started, I thought maybe Peppermint would be going home tonight. Then I remembered it's probably going to be something about vocals and singing. Peppermint can sing. She's probably going to be fine. Then the show happens. I think Peppermint nailed it. Then I was like, maybe Sasha Velour's gonna struggle, but I can't see Sasha Velour not in the top 3, so something's gonna happen and she's gonna be amazing and she's gonna make it in the top 3. And then I was thinking about Shea Coulee. I'm like, Shea has literally slayed this entire season. There's literally no way she's not gonna make it to the top 3 unless she does so bad on this episode. And then I was thinking about Trinity. I'm like, damn, Trinity has done so well as well. She's definitely impressed most of us. She's definitely given us a lot to think about in the whole pageant queen world. Like changed a lot of people's minds about pageant queens. And so I'm like, again, I don't really see her not making it to the top 3. So I was hella not surprised when RuPaul decided none of them were going home. They didn't do a top. Nobody won this episode. Didn't somebody win last time? Of course somebody won because there wasn't a final 4. So Roxy went home. Unfortunately, I'm so tired tonight. It's hard for me to really go in my brain. I had a very long day at work. Usually in the final episode, the final 3 do a lip sync at the end, don't they, all together? But I don't know, it was just weird that there was no winner of the week. I don't know. If I was gonna pick a winner of the week, it would have been Shea. So there's a top 4 for the finale, which is cool because honestly, all of these queens have slayed so hard that it was very hard for me to think who was gonna go home this episode because they all did so well. Like, it was actually really hard as a viewer to figure out who was gonna go home this episode. I think if Peppermint didn't turn it the way she did, she might have been the one going home. But now I'm thinking, that's really cool. Peppermint has made it to the finale and she's trans. If she were to win RuPaul's Drag Race, she'd be the first trans woman to win. Do I think she's gonna win? I have to look at all the stats of the entire season, but I don't think she's gonna win. But she could, and I'm glad to see that she's gonna be in the finale. Trinity Taylor has served it week after week. She has impressed us, and she has proven to the world that she is not just a pageant queen, or that pageant queens aren't just about one thing. They can be funny, and they can be talented actors and dancers and singers apparently, and whatnot. They can turn it out when they need to, or at least she can. So she's amazing. Then you have Sasha Velour, who is doing this new drag, and she's the future of drag, and she's serving something new. You can see a Sasha look and know it's a Sasha look. She has a brand, and she is very talented, so I could see her winning. And then you have Shea Coulee, who has literally slayed this entire season, minus the makeover challenge, which she failed on, but she won the lip sync and she stayed. All 4 of them have done amazing this season. All 4 of them should be, and I'm sure are, very proud of what they've done. It's so hard. I really want to give you a prediction as to who I think is gonna win, but literally at this exact moment, I haven't put enough puzzle pieces together yet. So I think next week, they usually skip a week before the finale. So I know they filmed the live finale Friday night, so tonight, it's going up Saturday. Finale is filmed, so usually they skip a week and then they do the finale. If that's what they're gonna do this year, then next week Friday, I'm gonna do a stats video, so I'm gonna look at the breakdown and tell you who I think is gonna win. I've been right the past 2 years in a row, filming it for you. I've actually been right, oh no, I didn't think Violet was gonna win. I thought Ginger was gonna win. So minus Violet winning season, so season 7, I'm pretty sure I've guessed everything right at this point. In real time, I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race pretty much the second last episode of season 4 is when I kind of, it was clicked into me, and right before season 4 ended, I found all the episodes, watched them, and then watched the season 4 finale in real time. So since season 4, except for season 7, I've guessed the winner of Drag Race correct every single time, but only the last 2 seasons I've filmed these reviews, and you've seen that I've guessed the winner right. But I feel like they were more obvious than this year. Although Shea is probably most likely going to be the winner, but I could see other things happening, other outcomes. But like I said, I want to dive into that more, so I'll do that for next Friday. Let me know in the comments down below what team you are. Are you hashtag Team Peppermint, hashtag Team Trinity, hashtag Team Shea, or hashtag Team Sasha, or hashtag Team Shayla, Sashla, whatever the hell their ship name is. Sasha and Shea. Shaysha? I don't know what their ship name is. If you think there's gonna be a dual winner, because I could see that happening. You know, you never know. They did film once Adore and Bianca Del Rio winning together. They've shown Shay and Sasha winning 2 different challenges together this season, so it could happen. I don't see why not. There's a Final 4 in RuPaul's Drag Race. Who's to say there isn't going to be a top 2 queens that win? We don't know. Honestly, I can't believe this season is about to come to an end. I wish that we were getting blessed with 2 seasons of Drag Race this year like we were last year, but I'm sad that we are not. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be posting a lot more content on my channel coming up soon. Once again, my name is Melissa Strange, and until next time, stay strange.